Hi everyone, this is Ginger with my sister Scrapper.
Here it is, my completed toilet paper roll spring mini album for a swap that I'm doing over on the Scrap Beach. My swap partner is Becky Halfhill, so I really hope she likes it. I did a sneak peek the other day, so you got to see 3 of the pages, and this is how thick it ended up being. I stuck this little hairband around the other end just to hold it closed, so when I ship it, I'll be able to get it in the box. We were told that we could add some additional fibers since there really wasn't a lot of fibers that we got with our supplies. So I went to my stash and found these really pretty fibers that I'd gotten from my sister. They're really bright and vibrant and a lot of fun. So I put those on there along with some of the ribbon that was in the supplies that we received. There's some green satin, some blue sheer ribbon, a little pink silk, and then there was a little tassel, which I thought was kind of cute, so I stuck that on there as well. I did my binding with the hair bands. Normally when I do hair bands, it'll help it lie flat, but this little thing is so stuffed. I'm not sure anything can make it lie flat. I took the Tim Holtz swivel charm clasp and made a charm. There's a Tim Holtz fragment here that I put some of the design paper on and created a little charm. There's a little green glass bead and a little butterfly charm, which I think is really, really cute. So I did the covers. I did decide to use this for the covers. This cover's the same. All I did was add an additional stick pin to the flower on the front, but everything else is just the same. So I'm going to take this off, and I kept the tags really simple because it's so chunky. There's really not a lot of room inside the toilet paper rolls to add a lot of embellishments, so the tags are pretty simple. So here's the cover with the Dodge ticket and the flowers, and the butterfly, and the bow and stuff. So we open it up. Again, you already saw this page where I made the 3 tags that go here, and they just tuck right inside this, underneath this little chipboard flower right here. So those are the 3 tags I made, and then the inside tag for this first page. It's got a little journaling spot on it. I inked all the edges with the Tim Holtz Distress Ink frayed burlap. And here's my favorite page with that cute little postcard stamp that Allison over the Scrap Beach said that that was part of the supplies that she had sent, and she told me where she got that stamp. So thank you, Allison. I really appreciate that. Love this, love this. And here's the little pocket that I made that I showed you the other day on the video, on the sneak peek. Here's the tag for the inside of this one. Added a little chipboard butterfly from the stash of stuff and a little piece of paper, and then this was a stamped image that we got. And I put some stickles on the little bird cage on the chain part and on the bottom, and then I added the little top tab. And I had 2 of these little roses left off of that little mini rose lace trim, and I loved it so much I went ahead and stuck that on there as well. And again, this is the page that has the little belly band with the little fold out. I did add a little butterfly stick pin to this page as well. That was an addition that you hadn't seen. My acetate page that I added. I made a couple of, and then my little half page, I made a couple of tags here with some of the leftover flowers from all the supplies that we've gotten, and they just fold out like this. And I put some stickles on them. And I made another little fold out. This is just with some of the paper left over, and a little trifold for photos because there's so much embellishment going on that there's not a lot of room for photos. But so those just go right back in there. And the other side of the half page, I did add an additional little scallop tag that I'd fold out that I'd made for another page, and I didn't use it, and so I went ahead and just stuck it in that little half page little paper bag that we had gotten in our supplies. It was already pre-stamped with the music notes on it. So that just goes right back in here. Love this page with the big flower, and again, this is open. So if Becky wants to stick a picture or photo behind there, you can. It's all open. Love the butterfly. This one I left the little words on here because I thought this butterfly looked really pretty with the word attached to it. So here's the tag for this one. It has this darling little bunny that was punched out of some, looks like book paper or something from a page from a book. So I thought he was pretty cute. I just distressed him and sprayed him with some Pearl Glimmer Mist. And again, the tags are really simple. And then this page, I'm not sure where I left off, but I had this extra little charm that I had made, and I loved it. It's a little silver dewdrop, well, sort of. It's a little tag, and it says Believe, so I went ahead and just added that in the center of this little, of the book here. A couple of tags in this little pocket that I made. Real simple, a little paper clip. Love this one with the little chipboard element and the Prima flowers. I just layered them all together on top and stuck them on that tag. So those just tuck right back in here. And this pocket is actually up on some foam tape, just so there's a little bit of extra room in there. Love this paper, and the little butterfly was one of the elements that we were given in our supplies. It was already glimmer misted and stuff, so I just took some stickles and added it to the body. This is a little punch out circle scallop that we had received in our supplies. I just glimmer misted it with the Pearl Glimmer Mist and made this little butterfly a pocket. I had that trim, the little flat back daisy pearls. I had 3 little pearls left, so I took them and cut them apart and used them as the center for my little punch flowers that I made, and then I put alcohol ink on the top of them so they weren't so white, because I wanted them to be a little more coppery color with this paper. So I thought those turned out pretty cute. And again, I glimmer misted all the flowers and stickled them up. And here's the tag for this one. This was a little chipboard flourish that we received with our staff. I just sprayed it with Caribbean Blue Glimmer Mist and adhered it to this shipping tag. And then I, on the back of this is plain, but I took my my vintage pink Glimmer Mist and sprayed it. And then after it dried, I took the frayed burlap distress ink and kind of brought the ink in a little bit more just to tone the pink down a little bit. So I thought that turned out really pretty. And there's another one of those chipboard butterflies that I cut the word off and just used the butterfly portion of it. And over here, made a little pocket again with a little belly band. I took my Martha Stewart punch and punched out the design paper here and layered it on top. Made a couple of little tags to go inside, and it is open here on the bottom just so you have a little more give room. These are just some of the flowers that was in the supplies, and I just layered them on top. And over here, I took some of the ribbon that was in the stash and made like a little belly band, but I attached the belly band to the paper. Added some little ribbon here, and this is open if she wants to tuck anything in there. And then this little fold out, and all the flowers are glimmer misted with Pearl Glimmer Mist, and then inked the edges. I made a little book to put photos in because, like I said, there's such a small area, there's not a lot of room for photos. And this little twine was from the shipping tags. I just took it out and reused it. So I just made a little fold out here, distressed all the edges. It's just real plain, so she can do pictures or journaling, whatever she wants. And that just tucks right back in here. And again, the belly band is attached to the paper. And then here's the tag for this one. I had some more of those leftover fibers. They're really bright and pretty. So I stuck them in there and then I cut the journaling spot out that was on a larger piece of cardstock and just adhered it to the bottom of the tag. And again, the tags are all plain because there's not a lot of space in there. Over here, I made a little flower with a piece of the lace that we got. I just gathered it together with a needle and thread and made a little circle, and then added some of the silk flowers that I had pulled all apart and refurbished and layered them all on top of each other, and added some of the little pink buds here from it was like a sprig of flower. I don't know, stamens, I guess. But anyway, it was darling. And then a little stick pin that I made, and I stuck that in there. And here's another Tim Holtz a Dutch ticket. This is Story. So there's a spot if she could put a photo here if she wanted. And this is open here. Love that page. I think that flower turned out pretty cute. Over here is the last page. Some more of those little pink sprigs, and I made a little tight little bow with some of the sheer ribbon. I made a little pocket again right here, and I took my scallop edge punch and punched the edges. And this comes out here, these two tags. This is just a little photo mat that I sprayed with glimmer mist and inked the edges, and a little journaling spot that I cut out and added on the back. And then a little simple tag that I made I cut a portion of a scallop circle out and just added it here with the glitter paper. So those just go right back in here. And then on this, there's a nice spot for a photo here. This was a piece I ran it through my Kettlebug, but I flipped it over so it would be embossed or debossed instead of embossed. So on the Swiss dot folder, the holes are like going down, so I thought that was kind of cool looking. So those just slide back in there, and again the bottom part is open just so you have a little more room in the pocket. And the last tag, again I took some of the designer paper and scalloped the edge, and I had a couple of flowers left, so I layered them together and glued them on here, and some more, a little bit of that fiber left, and then it's just plain on the back. And then the back page, I'll just get that out. I love the back page. I usually don't decorate the back page, but I really loved this little trim. So I wasn't sure if this was going to be the front or the other page was going to be the front, but I opted this to be the back. This is that little mini rose trim, and I love this. This is so fabulous. I really need to get me some of this because this is darling. I had never seen it before. I'd seen it on other projects that people had used, but I can't find it anywhere here locally, so I'm going to have to keep a lookout for that. It's darling. So I ran that across the top, and I made this. There was a little envelope that someone had given us, so there's also a little place here that she can put photo mats and stuff in. So this is open. So I took the little pocket and I glued it to the toilet paper roll, and then on top of the little envelope, I added the designer paper, and I took the designer paper, and it was that cork kind of cardstock where you can sand it and stuff. I ran it through my Kettlebug, and then I sanded it off, and then I took my frayed burlap and just kind of lightly brushed over the top of it, so the design would kind of pop out, and it's a floral fantasy, I think was the embossing folder I used. Added another one, little butterflies that I chopped the word off and just used the butterfly portion. Made a little green and yellow stick pin with some of the beads. Layered a couple of flowers together and glimmer misted them, and put some glossy accents and inked the edges. A couple of little rose leaves that we got, and that cute little, another one of those little bunnies. And then this is the binding, little pink of sheer ribbon that I made tied a bow in, and left that there like that. So that's my mini album. I really hope that she likes it. I'm going to try to get it in the mail either today. If not today, definitely tomorrow. So I'm a little nervous. It's my first mini that I've made for a swap. I've made lots of minis, but this is the first one I've ever swapped out. So I really hope she likes it. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.